Ayah 1:1. Please read aloud.
Listen to
Okay, indeed.
Excuse me, sir. Quiet. Thank you. Don't panic. Don't panic. Yeah, please. Ayah 1:1.
أي سورة
Please.
هاي؟
Please.
But can I ask Surah you want to
Please read.
I will read it. I will read it. I promise you.
أي سورة نايت؟
And then I'm going to give
سورة
the explanation. Okay?
But let's read first. Read. Yes. Surah 9, Ayah 1:1. Please read aloud.
Listen to
Okay, indeed.
Excuse me, sir. Quiet. My dear friends, quiet, please. Quiet.
No اقرأ
Thank you. Quiet.
بالعربي هذا قرآن قاعد يتقرأ.
Please be quiet, please. Thank you.
Listen, man.
Please, quiet. Thank you. Don't panic. Yeah, please.
I will read it in English, and then I will read it in Arabic, and then I will give the explanation in English.
Sure. And then I'll ask questions. And then I can ask
Indeed,
questions.
Allah
Yeah.
has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties in exchange for that they will have paradise. They fight in the cause of Allah so that they kill and are killed. It is a true promise upon him in the Torah and in the Gospel and the Quran, and whoever is truer to his covenant than Allah. So rejoice in your transaction which you have contracted, and it is that which is the great attainment.
Yeah.
Okay? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna Allah ashtara min al-mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahum al-jannata yuqatiluna fi sabilillahi فيقتلون ويقتلون وعدا عليه حقا في التوراة والإنجيل والقرآن ومن أوفى بعهده من الله فاستبشروا ببيعكم الذي بايعتم به وذلك هو الفوز العظيم. Okay, can I just give an explanation? Okay?
Please do.
Okay, so for example, if I say this record in a music made a big hit, the word hit doesn't necessarily mean a physical hit. The word hit can have different interpretations and different understandings. In the Quran, the word yuqatiluna, yaqtuluna has different levels of depth of meaning. So yuqatil can, for example, now if you are fighting against destruction in the context of Quran, you are considered a muqatil, as someone who is in the state of fighting. It doesn't necessarily mean killing. You are killing the consciousness of those who do not understand, right?
Please.
So in the Quran, can I just finish? Yeah. So in the Quran, when it's speaking about killing, it even says killing themselves. Moses alayhi salam in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah asked the Israelites to kill themselves. So does this mean that Moses was telling them to commit suicide, or was he telling them to kill the nafs, which is the psychology, or would he say your consciousness or the ego in itself, to kill it so that you can be rebirthed, the same as Qur'anasi, the idea of birth, the death and rebirth. So you are birthed into something new, into this new person who does good deeds, so that you are forgiven. So what is your point from here? What is
Sure. So
the confusion for you?
There's no confusion. Only
Okay.
what you have said is very confusing.
No.
Okay.
What is here? No,
She's
please.
reading Quran.
She's reading Quran. What's saying this?
Excuse me. Look, she is intelligent. She is reading.
How you can do
You are unintelligent. You didn't want to read earlier. So stay quiet right now. Thank you.
listen to her.
If you can stay.
I read everything.
You?
She's reading Quran, friend of you, and you say it doesn't make sense.
Look, let the lady speak.
You have no logic.
Let the lady speak. Thank you. You're pretty useless here at the park. So please stay quiet. Thank you.
Shaitan, you are fitna.
Thank you very much.
Fitna right now.
I know.
Wallah, you are shaitan.
I know. If you had a chance, you would kill me. I agree. Completely agree. No. If you had a chance, if we were in Pakistan, you would kill me. I completely agree. Now, don't be angry.
Have you any intention? I'm asking you a question. Have you any intention of conversing with me at all?
No, not now.
So you're a brick wall.
Not now.
You're a brick wall?
Thank you very much. Not now. So coming to you, my dear friend.
Okay.
So I am reading this, and I'm going to tell you what the text means,
Okay.
and I'm going to explain to you what the
Okay.
text means
Yes.
in its historical context, in its textual context, what it really means. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's read this again. Indeed, Allah has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties for that which they will have paradise. So Allah is promising something in the paradise. paradise. And he's saying, look, I'm promising something there, and therefore don't hold on to something here, is his point. I'm promising something there.
Properties, he said their money. أموالهم.
Wow, wow, wow.
what they
What
own.
the property say his money?
Property is what you own.
No, he say أموالهم.
أموالك مالك.
لا أموالهم ما هم الأموال.
مال أي شيء لك.
When you read-
مالك بيتك
لا لا حشرة من أموالك.
When you were trying to give an explanation, should I listen or not?
Yeah, I'm going to listen.
Yeah, this lady is here to distract. I'm telling you. She is a regular here, and all that she does, instead of explaining anything, instead of intelligently participating, look at her, participating in a conversation, she comes here just to distract. So please, if I can request you to stay. She's always angry like this.
Yeah.
So, indeed, Allah has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties in exchange. For that, they will have in paradise. So, you're going to have some stuff there, and don't therefore hold on to stuff here, is the instruction.
The exchange, yeah.
Is the exchange. So, in this life, what do you do? In this life, what do you do?
Don't get attached to stuff.
Exactly. You don't hold on to anything.
Exactly.
You
So
give up. You give up.
You let
fight
go.
to be-
You let go. You let go. One second.
Psychologically and
One second.
mentally,
One second.
you let go.
One second.
No.
You know, one second. You let go of what? Of everything in this world. And then we continue. When you let go of everything in this world, what would happen? They fight in the cause of Allah. You know, you're not holding on to anything here, you're going to fight.
You understand nothing, man.
So, if you're going to university to intellectually argue,
compare. This is the uni. We talk
Is she
about the
disturbing
heaven.
again?
We talk about the heaven. You don't even English here. Okay? You don't even English here.
Yeah,
What's
she's
the
lying.
uni got to do with the heaven?
He's liar.
We talk about the heaven.
ضرب الله مثلا
هو يقول لك اليوني شو خص اليوني؟
he's given an example.
لا ما في example. لا ما في example. كيف؟
she is here to distract.
Okay, so I like what you're saying.
Yeah. What my point is,
بأن لهم الجنة.
you give up your all. What do Muslims hold on to, which Allah wants them to give up? Their lives.
Up to us.
Their own lives. The Islamic Allah is instructing, don't hold on to your own lives even. Rather, what do? Fight.
It doesn't say lives.
It says
But-
your property.
Your property is owned.
One second.
Your property.
One second.
بس انتقد القرآن.
Allah has purchased from the believers their lives.
He's lying, man.
Lives.
With some money.
Do you see that?
أنفسهم
It says
وليس
lives.
حياتهم.
Yeah, lives. So it says lives.
No, lives. No, lives.
حياتهم.
أنفسهم means
What is
that
it?
أنفس is the soul, not the life.
Yeah, life. Yeah, your being.
It's
Your soul. Okay, your soul. I'm fine. You know, we're talking about minor differences. I'm not focused on minor differences. You know, I'm happy to go with you.
your soul is
I
not
understand,
the
my dear.
entire life.
Happy ولا سعد
Sure,
ولا
sure.
angry.
Because there's
My dear friend,
spirit,
my
the
dear
soul,
friend,
and
my
the
dear
body,
friend,
right?
my dear friend, please.
Just isn't it
Please
fair?
now, we need to focus on this.
From the female.
Allah, Islamic Allah is saying, look, I'm going to give you stuff there, and
No,
there,
heaven,
I'm going to give you stuff there,
Heaven.
and therefore be willing to lose your stuff here.
No, no,
Whether
no.
you word it as soul
No,
or
lose.
life,
No, lose.
doesn't matter.
No, lose.
And then it continues.
No lose.
Don't hold on to anything at all, but rather do what? Fight. Fight in the cause of Allah. So they kill and are killed. They kill and are killed.
يقتلون.
So how do you? Why does?
يقتلون ويقاتلون.
Yes.
Why does the Islamic Allah say? Be prepared to lose everything. What is he talking about? Oh, wow.
ما فيها فتحة فيها ضمة يقتلون.
Excuse me.
يقتلون
Hey, wow.
ويقاتلون.
Look, you've spent 50 years.
that they are killed.
You've
They
spent
said
50
that.
years
No,
in your masjid, and you're learning this for the first time. At least listen today. My dear friend, what is wrong with her?
يقتلون.
60 years. 60 years of masjid.
Hamas.
60 years of masjid hasn't done her any good. Only today she is learning this and she won't even listen today. You see, she knows exactly what we're talking about. Murder, physical murder. Allah, Islamic, oh wow.
No.
Islamic
No,
Allah,
you
I let go her from
No.
Islamic Allah saying, be willing to give up your life, your soul, in the way you want your soul, because you'll get it all there. Here, be prepared to leave.
Why?
What do you do instead by, working to leave? Fight, kill, and be killed. Clearly, here we are talking about physical fighting to lose your own soul. Killing others and being killed. This is the profession. Now, one second. And then it goes on, and it says, quite gaslightingly, it says, this is a true promise upon him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Quran. My dear friend, it claims, the Quran erroneously, gaslightingly claims that this is what is there in the Torah and the Gospel also, which is clearly wrong. It is not there. No Christian is a jihadi. No Christian is a jihadi. There is no Christian who can be a jihadi because Christianity doesn't teach this. But what does the Quran teach? To kill and be killed. And then he goes on and says, look, when you truly do this, it says, who is truer to his covenant than Allah? Allah is giving you more confirmation. Don't worry if you lose everything today here, your life included, your soul included, you will get it there. That's the confirmation.
I totally understand, the understanding that people understand it in that way. When I was doing my research on the Quran, because I also had my doubts. I also had my doubts about a lot of the understanding and the thing of the Quran. But then a verse in the Quran says, it says that يضل به كثيرا ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين.
Surah, which chapter?
Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 26. With the Quran, Allah, He misleads many thereby and guides many thereby by the Quran, right? Which means that there are people like these jihadis who go on, they are mentally not well, these who claim that they are Muslims, they are mentally unwell, they haven't learned how to train their anger, they haven't gone through healing and therapy. So when they go into the Quran, how do they understand it? They understand that God is telling them to go and do these things. So Satan works through these people, like who are going to kill, to understand the Quran to not understand it in a positive way, to come and say, oh, look what Allah told us to do. However, that verse I could simply mean, if you have a child today and let's say, this child passes away, this is a comforting verse. Why? Because it's telling you to not be attached to this, because in the hereafter, even if this is lost, He will give you something better after. You can still meet a new person, you could still have a wife, you could still have another child. So this old version of yourself that is depressed for this loss of this child, you have to kill it, okay? You have to not kill. The word verse in the Quran in Arabic, يقتلون, does not necessarily mean physically kill and murder someone, because murder and kill are two completely. If I say, oh my God, if you tell a child I'm going to kill you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to kill them, right? So the word yaqtulun is not the accurate meaning of it in English, is kill. It's a psychological thing when you overcome it.
Staunch or stifle.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Here is my problem. Problem with your explanation.
Okay.
You conveniently ignored.
Yeah.
I'm not saying deliberately necessarily.
Okay.
For now, maybe you're half-hearted and therefore you want to try this. You gave the example of saying your son died or someone's son died, and Allah instructs something. But here, note carefully.
If a child is growing,
note carefully, my dear friend.
They would have to let go of themselves being a child, a baby, for them to be able to grow and start walking.
The problem problem,
and feed
I
right?
heard you. But the problem is this with your explanation.
What's the problem?
The problem with your explanation is they are letting go of their child.
Which
That's
child?
your explanation.
What's the child?
Yeah?
No,
They are letting go.
No,
What's
I'm
the
not speaking
child?
about that. I'm not speaking
No,
about.
please listen once.
No,
Let me please listen. Let me please.
If you lose your son in a car accident,
Sure.
yeah, that's you didn't kill
I know.
It happens naturally, right?
I
I'm
didn't.
not saying killing your child.
I didn't say you said kill.
In the
kill
Quran,
it.
there's another verse that says,
No, please, let me finish. Let me please finish. Let me please finish.
It's just
I'm not
what you
saying.
said, the
I am not
Quran,
saying
like the Old
that you
Testament.
said kill your child. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Let me read it.
Let go of your child.
Says,
You know, car accident, whatever. No, give it up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Conveniently, what you did, whether deliberately or not, conveniently what you did was that you ignored the fact that it is not talking about letting go of your child,
where it says a child,
but rather it is talking about letting go of your own life. You said you wanted to give the clarification that it is your own soul. So I am focused on.
Yeah, you have to.
One second.
If I'm
Let me
an
finish.
addict,
Let me finish.
Let me finish. And I do drugs.
Let me finish.
Give up on this life.
Let me
to get a
finish.
better life.
Let me please finish. Let me please finish. Let me please finish. Let me please finish. You are letting go of your own soul, your own life, in the translation here, in your mind, in your translation, your own soul. Fine, fair enough, no problem. Why do you have to let go of your own soul? It goes on. They fight in the cause of Allah, and they kill and are killed. You need to explain all of these four components. You're letting go of everything in this world, including your own soul, number one. Number two, you are fighting.
But that's what Jesus did as
No,
well.
please listen. Please listen. Jesus didn't do this. Don't, just because the Quran is said,
I'll give you an example
no, please,
how, in
no,
a
please,
positive manner.
my dear friend, no, please,
he
no,
didn't.
I'll
wanna hear
finish.
what she has to say.
No, I haven't asked. Finish the question. Four specific details you have to bring together.
Yes.
Giving up your own life, giving up your own.
Finish what he said.
He has COVID. Please don't. If you have COVID, please give me distance. No, this gentleman has COVID. Why is he coming near me?
Protected myself from your germ.
No, that's not how you do that, my dear friend. I don't know why.
I do it in my way.
Why is he confused? Why
You can dictate that in your India.
Look,
not
if you
here.
have COVID, which I think you might have because you're wearing that mask still, or you may have a mental illness, please give me
I want you to
distance.
show him his hypocrisy.
Wow.
She has said to let
Aki,
him
Aki, please
finish.
say that.
Not your business.
It is
So,
where
your business.
you said
It's not your
you want to
business.
come and stand
Four
here and talk to
specific
him.
details.
I said be patient.
Letting go of your own life or your own soul, fighting, killing, being killed.
Yes.
All four have to come together, plus the historical context of this having happened. You know, the inviolable, you know, the Masjid al-Haram. Masjid al-Haram, that's the historical context. How did they acquire Masjid al-Haram?
Matthew
By going fighting,
29.
killing, and being killed.
Same thing.
And are you a Sunni Muslim?
I don't identify with any religion.
You're not Muslim?
In what context do you mean am I Muslim?
Are you a Muslim? Do you follow the Quran?
I follow the word of God.
No, do you follow the Quran?
I follow the
She
word
has
of God.
answered your question.
She hasn't.
She
Do you
has.
follow? Do you consider the Quran to be word of God?
Yes, I do, and I consider the Bible to be the word of God.
Have you ever read the Bible?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yes, I read the Bible like every week.
You know, you don't have to
So,
read just
we'll come to the
one
Bible.
to
And I
understand
take
God.
Did Jesus anywhere say, go fight, kill, and be killed? Anywhere?
Yeah, there is. Matthew 19:29.
Stay quiet, please.
Why?
Thank you.
No, let me answer you. Let me answer you.
You're
Why are you
very
scared?
big
Why are
on
you
history.
scared?
I can give you in the context of what Jesus
Read
did.
it, sister.
right?
Read it for him.
In a positive
Read it for him. Just read this one. Just read it for
Aki,
him.
Aki, don't disturb. You're wasting time,
I
please.
will. Let me just.
Just stay
It's not
quiet.
about exposing.
Don't expose
This
him.
is about
He's a dog.
You don't even know Arabic. Please stay quiet. Thank you.
Yeah,
Come
Jesus
here.
called your dog. Yeah, I know.
Jesus, he let go of his worldly desires, right? He let go of that kind of life, and then he went
By the way,
to
so
fight the ideology of the Hebrews when he was telling them not to do that. And in return, what did they want to do? He was doing it for the what? For the sake of God, in the path of God. And then in return,
Hey,
he was.
don't put your hand near
the camera.
Don't
And
do
in
it.
return,
You're wasting time. Please do it.
Here is no caste system. You can use
He
it in
was
India. No hair. No touch me. No touch me. Caste
Right?
system.
Because
Use
he
it in
comes
India.
back
No hair.
again.
Did
He reincarnates
Jesus kill?
again.
Okay, so you
He was killing
my dear
the
friend.
ideologies,
My dear friend.
mentally and psychologically dismantling. This is in the
Sure.
context of Quran. This is what qital means.
No, my dear friend, please.
You know, the Quran is in Arabic,
Jesus,
right?
my dear friend,
Yes.
please. Do you understand?
Yes.
Given that Islamic terrorism is a huge issue
Yes, it is a
across
huge
the
issue.
Western world,
It is, yes.
given that is a
Christian
huge,
terrorism.
one second.
I agree.
Given that it is a
Christian
huge,
terrorism as well.
stay quiet, man.
Yeah.
Look, if your wife didn't let you speak at home, why do you come here? Just stay at
I
home.
don't want to speak to you.
Just stay at
I
home
want
and
to speak to you.
Okay,
But you're
stay in
scared.
your masjid.
You're scared.
Masjid and
You're
keep
scared.
shouting. Why are you here? This
You're
is
scared.
speaker's corner, my dear friend. Stay
protecting
behind your
myself.
camera at least. Why do you come
Protecting
forward?
myself from
No.
your germ. Can you let me read the verse?
Given
It will
that,
expose you.
given that,
Arul,
we
are
have
you
a huge.
racist?
Yeah, he's
I have a
racist.
question because you've ignored me this whole time
I'll come
and
to
you
you.
engage
My
in
dear
every
friend,
other
I'll come to you in a
person.
minute. You need to. No.
It's caste system.
My dear
I don't know
friend.
what happened to you.
Given that
verse from the Bible, you will
Islamic
expose him.
terrorism
You
is
don't
a
want.
huge issue
Yeah,
right now.
Christian terrorism.
You and I,
That's what you
who
do.
want to be sensible,
You're projecting.
have to be really accurate. Instead of muddling up truth,
There is no book
you know, instead of wow.
to kill children.
Instead of
only your book.
Instead of,
Netanyahu, he used the Bible. He didn't
Excuse
use the
me,
Quran.
what's your name?
do you know him?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Seems you have
Mr.
mental
Irrelevant,
illness.
Can you
Yeah.
please just
Some
give us
sort
a
of a
moment?
perpetual
Mr.
mental illness.
Irrelevant. Okay.
Hey,
let me talk.
please speak to your friends.
Thank
Aki,
you.
please go speak to your friends. After the sun,
only book
maybe because of the dust. My dear friend,
of the rape
my dear
is
friend,
the Bible. There is
my
no
dear
other
friend,
books.
maybe because it is past 5 p.m.,
you for
he's a little bit
Thank you. You want to
very unstable. Please go and look at your COVID mask. Look at his COVID mask. Why does he wear COVID mask?
Not anymore.
No. Very simply, given that Islamic terrorism is a huge issue across the world, in the UK and elsewhere, we now need to be clear
kill every male, every boy,
when
every
it
child,
means
every baby,
kill,
infant,
which
camel.
means physical
That's
killing.
in your book.
We need to clearly point out and say, look, this is physical killing.
Yes.
Let me ask you a simple question right now.
He's scared to read his
I
Bible.
heard what you said
Can you read
earlier.
it?
Do you
Can
at
you read
least
it?
for now
He's scared
agree
to
with
read
me
his Bible.
that this was
scared to read his
historically,
Bible.
in the historical context of Masjid al-Haram, was physical killing? Do you agree with that?
Jesus was white.
I wasn't there,
That is
so I don't
embarrassment
know.
for you.
I don't really.
Are you familiar with Masjid al-Haram?
Can you read it?
I am, but I don't really take the
Okay, let
history
me
of
read
the
it for the
seerah because
camera.
I believe it's
And everyone that
My
has
dear friend,
forsaken
so you are a-
houses,
you
or
are- you
brethren,
don't
or
take
sister,
hadith
or father,
seriously.
or mother, or wife.
Okay, in
or
which case,
children,
we have to have a
online,
different conversation.
for my
Can I please
name,
suggest something to you?
for
Just
my
quickly.
name's sake,
My YouTube
so
channel is called
receive
Operation
and
Stephen.
I think I've
hundredfold
seen you
and
before.
shall
Yeah.
inherit
We do live streams
everlasting
Thursdays.
life.
Thursdays, 6 p.m. to
Read
10
it,
p.m.
you
London
coward.
time. Are you based in the UK?
I'm based in the UK.
So
Read
6
it.
p.m. to 10 p.m. London. Please join us.
Yeah.
Muslims, people like you are best. You can come, speak to us, and we can have a sensible conversation. This gentleman, I tell him deliberately, don't come near me.
Okay, so I always like at the end of any conversation,
I don't.
it's kind of
But
me in the
I
middle
know
at the
that you
end
are.
of the day.
You
You're a
believe in
human, I'm a
caste
human.
system.
Exactly.
How
But
do
you can
think
use it only
we
in
can
India, no here.
Make the world a better place. How do you
Sure.
feel?
You know, the
how do you
caste
feel
system,
like
no
we
touch me,
can
no touch me. That's
help
what he
people
used.
who are
He
victims
wants
to
to
this
practice it.
mindset to
Yeah.
go and kill
Sharia, he
people
wants
and
to
so
practice
on.
it here in
Sure.
this
And you know, a
country.
lot of
How do we deal with
a
that?
lot of young
Muslim
boys
about
are brainwashed with
He
these kind of
projected.
verses
Yeah.
and
He
taken to
projected
specific
himself.
places to do terror acts.
Yeah.
What he want to do?
Terrorist acts. How do you feel like we can protect ourselves and protect our kids
From that.
and unite as a nation?
That's a marvelous question.
To you know.
That's a marvelous question. I'll answer you. The way, so the lady has a very important question. Given that Islamic terrorism is a serious evil that we have,
I agree. Yes.
how do we bring
Killing
about
children,
peace?
killing the
How do we
baby,
eliminate what is
killing
happening
old
right now?
people, Killing,
Wow.
raping for 50 shekels. You have to give to the father.
What is happening? Please bring your handlers. He is non-stop, wow, non-stop.
No, Jesus
Maybe
is the
that
one
is
who
why he
brought
has
the
a
law.
mask.
Jesus is the one.
Please bring the muzzler also.
I'm protecting
He needs a
myself
silencer on him.
from your
Please.
germ. I'm protecting myself.
He
from
needs
your
a
germ.
silencer also. Please bring.
Because you believe
Sorry.
in caste system.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I believe the
Please,
caste
please.
system that you're
Thank you.
protecting yourself.
Thank you very much.
You
Thank you.
understand? You're
Thank you.
protecting yourself.
Now come in.
Killing
How
the
do we do
baby
that? Very
is
simply.
bad, is
Wow, wow, wow.
inhuman.
Very simply
This book
by
is the
doing
only
this.
book of promoting
You and I
killing of babies.
need to be clear,
Been one
honest,
little girl
open,
and
sincere.
father 50
Go with facts.
Can you believe that?
Go with facts, not
Tell him,
beliefs.
Show me in the
Facts.
Quran, show me in the
And
Quran
in a
something like that.
dispassionate
That you
way,
have to write
read
the
through
literature
whatever
and give our
literature,
father 50 shekels. Show
whether
me.
it's the Bible,
Show me.
the Old Testament, the
Show
New
me.
Testament, the
Show me.
Quran,
You're
or
difficult
any
to
other
the father who is
literature.
pregnant, his mom,
We need to read through
and this was
dispassionately,
pedophilia.
find
Your
out in the
difficult
historical
inventor.
context what these things
Your
really
difficult
mean.
is the inventor of
And given
pedophilia.
the fact
Number
that some things are
51,
evil, we need to say, look, this is clearly evil.
All the women, all
The best defense you had for this is by obliterating the historical context, ignoring the original meaning, and ignoring the 4 specific points.
Who said that that's the
Ezekiel
original meaning?
16.
Because you know the
What we
tafsir,
should do with our
when
sister
we
who
read
have no
tafsir,
breast.
like
How you can do it
Abu
this
Bakr
verse?
Jazairi, the Tabari, all of these things. It's a very limited
coward. Shut up forever.
interpretation. You can't rely on other outside sources of
you go.
tafsir. You can't. You have to use your intellect. This is what the Quran teaches. It says you have to use your intellect. And by the way, I've been
Please.
criticized and attacked by Muslims themselves.
I understand.
Oh, you interpret the Quran however you want.
Sure.
I use my own mind through divine
Let me ask you
revelation
this.
to understand and to observe. You earlier you were speaking about preservation. To witness the preservation of the Quran, no one can tell you how to witness it unless you deeply witness it. It's,
Sure.
it's the
My
laws
dear
that
friend.
are protected within the universe.
Let's do this really quickly,
Yes,
and
yeah.
then we'll wrap up, and then I'll request you to come to the live stream so we
And
can
I
have
really
a.
want to know how it's possible to create an environment of peace. To
Sure,
protect
sure.
ourselves
The
from this.
peace that we can bring about is by first of all being honest and open and declaring this is clearly a book of evil, not sugarcoating it, not whitewashing it. But as we would call out Al-Qaeda manual as terrorist, we should also call this out as terrorist. If anyone comes here and says Al-Qaeda manual could also mean something else, by ignoring all sorts of details, people can do that if they wanted to.
Yeah.
People are doing that about Hamas these days in our streets. Hamas, who are proper textbook definition of terrorists,
Yes, I agree. Yes.
people in the thousands are walking around in our streets claiming Hamas are freedom fighters. And so people are giving all sorts of excuses for obvious terrorist material. And I don't want you to do that with the same, do the same with the Quran. And that is where, my dear friend, so you asked me earlier, you mentioned earlier, not asked, you mentioned earlier, we need to apply our intellect. You can't go with limited, interpretations given by early. I completely agree. But let me ask you this. In the historical context, based on everything that is known in the first 3-4 centuries of Islam, this means kill. Based on the text that is here, this means kill. Based on the only politics possible, which is represented in Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah 9, this means kill. Everything points to the fact that Surah Al-Baqarah points to killing. Not just Surah Al-Baqarah, by the way. I can give you more. When you join the live stream, I'll demonstrate to you. I will demonstrate to you why this is overwhelmingly kill, 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 kill. I will take you through the Quran. Surah 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. I said Al-Baqarah, sorry. This is not Al-Baqarah. Surah Tawbah. I'm sorry. Surah Al-Baqarah. You can start with Surah 2. Surah Al-Imran. You can go through Surah 3. Surah 4. Surah 5. Al-Maidah. You can go to Surah 7. Surah 8. And Surah 9. Come all the way to Surah 9. Go to Surah 33. Surah 47. Surah 48. The only chapters in which the name of Muhammad is mentioned. 3, 33, 47, 48. You can go through all of that. Go through various other chapters. The admonition over and over again is don't argue to defend the disbelievers. Kill them.
Yeah. What if I told you I've already done that? I've actually. There's a verse that in the Quran that says, وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Tartila means like a consequence of things. So if I want to take the word kill, like you said, يقتلون, which is قتال. I need to extract every single verse that mentions the word قتال, and I need to let go of everything that I know about what قتال means, and I need to start from, it's called unlearning what you learn. One of the most challenging to do anything in life is to unlearn what you know.
Unlearn meanings of words?
Yes, you can unlearn meanings. For example,
unlearn meanings of words?
Yes, you unlearn meanings. Yes.
Can I please comment to you, my dear friend?
If
you want to know,
we do that all the time.
Please, one second.
Years back in the day used to mean amazing. Now it does. You can unlearn and create new meaning.
Please, 1 second.
Exactly.
1 second. If you want to know what Al-Qaeda manual says, please don't unlearn anything. Learn what the...
That's bad.
Please listen.
Very wrong.
But please listen. Yes. Where you are going wrong, I'm pointing out right now.
Yeah.
If you want to know what Al-Qaeda manual says, don't try and conveniently sit somewhere and unlearn and come up with new secret meanings of words. Don't do.
Yeah, why?
In which, please, let me finish.
They're trying to deviate the Muslims.
Let me please finish. Let me please finish.
Satanic.
Let me please finish.
This is who Al-Qaeda, like a terrorist group, right?
I know. One second.
Okay.
Please don't unlearn. Learn their text, their manual in its historical context. If you want to know what the Quran is saying, when it is obviously talking about giving up your life, giving up your properties, in this everything in this world, so you can acquire them there, and then says go fight, go be killed, and kill and be killed. Please note carefully, my dear friend.
Yes, you know
once, please. In the historical context, my dear friend, you just need to study history. 7th century, Islam began doing that in the Hijazi. It spread rapidly. By the end of the 7th century, it was already in Syria, already going into Israel, already going into Egypt, already beginning to go even eastward. And in a couple of more centuries, they came, 2 or 3 more, 4 more centuries, they came even into Indian subcontinent, that Islam took over by the sword, killing, massacring people in the millions, right from the 7th century. Because why? They understood the meaning in its context, in its historical context. If you want to know what the text means, learn the meaning in its context. Study the Islamic history. It began in the 7th century. Who knows? It could mean...
Is that in the Quran?
If you say Salam Alaikum and chop my head off, it means a particular thing, my dear friend. If they shout out Allah...
dude.
I'm answering. Don't be offended. I just answered. Why are you offended? Are you offended by the answer?
Also answering.
Look, what does Salamu Alaikum mean?
The tone in which she was responding didn't seem very, you know.
Upon who?
Upon you.
Upon who?
Upon the person that you're saying it to.
Yeah, upon what? Who does the Quran ask you to say this to? Does the Quran teach anywhere in the Quran, in context, anywhere in the Quran where it teaches considerably, live in peace, live in love towards non-Muslims?
Say to people good, all the people, it doesn't matter what faith.
My dear friend, where are you reading from? Please tell me first.
Okay, let me... This is Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 83.
Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 83. What does it say?
No, hang on. Sorry, actually. No, 1 minute. Sorry, verse 83. وإذ أخذنا ميثاق بني إسرائيل لا تعبدون إلا الله وبالوالدين إحسانا وذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وقولوا للناس حسنا. Right?
What does it mean?
It means basically that we took the covenant from the children of Israel, right, to not worship anyone but God, but Allah, and we do good to your parents and the close people to you, and the orphans and the ones who are vulnerable, and say good to people.
Maybe you misunderstood my question.
Okay, well,
I'll ask you the question again.
It doesn't say, for example, to a specific gender or specific
Please
religion.
listen to my question
It's
again.
good to people.
You didn't understand my question properly. Please.
Okay.
Can I please ask you to listen
So
to
if it's telling,
No, please.
if it's telling you to say good to people, so imagine what it would ask you, but thereafter.
Please listen to my question.
It can't ask you to say good to people and then tell you go and kill.
But please listen to my
Do you
question.
see what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
asking
you
for the
didn't.
specific
But
word,
you didn't
please.
understand the question.
Okay.
You didn't understand.
Okay.
God. Okay. The question is this: show me a substantial passage in context in the Quran which teaches love and peace that Muslims should practice with non-Muslims. That's the question asked. God of the Bible teaches
One
peace
second,
all the
one
time.
second, just
No
one
doubt
second.
about that.
I think that doesn't quite.
Let us
one
search.
second. No, I feel there's a reason I need to say this. Just one second.
But
Because from what
I'll come
somebody
to you,
was
please.
telling. 1 second, bro. It's
You-
relevant. While she's searching.
But I want to.
One Muslim once said to me,
Are you a Muslim
brother,
also?
I'm nothing.
So please.
You know, I'm here to learn,
Sure.
but I'm also here to understand.
Sure,
but in order
sure.
to understand, I need to let you understand what I'm currently
Sure.
understanding.
But I'm trying to have a conversation
and
with her.
she's currently searching.
Yeah, and I'm trying to focus so we don't get distracted, please.
Okay, but you've been ignoring
Okay.
me all day.
No, you are my friend. Why would I ignore you?
Are you sure?
Okay. Okay.
course
ولا
you are my friend.
تجعلوا الله عرضة لأيمانكم أن تبروا وتتقوا وتصلحوا بين الناس والله سميع عليم. Do not make your oath by Allah an excuse against being righteous and fearing Allah and making peace amongst people.
Sorry, one
Okay,
second.
and Allah
No,
is hearing and knowing.
One second. One second.
When Allah says an-nas, it means people. It means it has not identified.
No, but before,
It's
one
not
second.
specific,
One
it's
second.
gender,
One second.
It's everything.
But one second.
You're
One
not
second.
people.
1 second.
Exactly.
So you moved away from Surah Al-Baqarah already, the previous verse you gave, because that was clearly speaking to the people of Israel, yeah? So you moved away from
But
that.
do you know who the people of Israel are? The people in Palestine, the people, all of these are the children of Israel because they, you know, we
Do you understand Islam came in the 7th century?
They're not, okay, you have to understand this is a whole different, we need to go deeper into it.
Yeah, sure.
But according to my perception, the Hebrew, when God says Hebrews, al-Yahud, it's not necessarily referring to the Jews that we currently know. There are people in my family who call themselves Muslim, but their attributes and the way they act is Jewish. I was raised in Egypt, I live in Egypt. The majority of the huge population of the Egyptian community is actually Jewish.
In what way?
They are Hebrews.
In what way?
In the way they learn and the way they practice their faith.
I'm talking about ethnicity. Do you care about...
Not ethnicity.
When you know, 1 second.
I'm speaking about their spiritual identity.
1 second, 1 second. When you ignore the identity, ethnic identity of people, that's already anti-Semitism. Are you aware of this? I can't just suddenly come here and say I'm an Arab. I can't do this. I can't just,
No, you can't.
claim. I can't, there are some black people, 1 second. There are some black people who go around claim they are
Do you know what
Israelites.
it means to be an Arab?
My dear friend, please.
Do you know what
Being a Jew is an ethnic identity. I'm concerned about it. Here is where, you're coming up with all sorts of ideas which are bereft of historical understanding. I care about history, not some reinventing historical facts. Can I please suggest you one little thing, please? I know we've gone on for a while. Can I please recommend, we can have a long conversation. I know you come from a point of view where you want to reinvent the definitions of almost many things. Can I request you to join our live stream? If you email Operation Stephen.
Wait, all this on Thursday, you said?
Operation Stephen, Thursdays. But on Thursdays, we do standard challenging, which is 15 minutes. But you seem to come from a very different point of view. What I'd like to do is have an honest, open conversation.
Operation?
Operation Stephen, with a PH.
PH.
With a PH. Yeah. Stephen with a PH.
Sorry.
No problem. Stephen. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Stephen. And there, if you open any of our videos, you'll find out email address, WhatsApp number,
Okay.
email address. If you WhatsApp email, we can organize for a conversation, and I can help. We can have a conversation of how to understand Islamic text, what it means in the historical context and in the textual context.
But don't you
It's
find
important.
that a bit? Don't you find? I want to ask you one final question. Don't you agree that there are some people who also open the Bible and they
There are some what?
people who open the Bible and misunderstand it and they practice it wrong? Do you not agree? Something like that. Some people do that.
You can't misunderstand the Bible and be a murderer. You can't. There's no way you can
What
stretch
would
the
you
Bible.
say? What?
There's no way to stretch the Bible to become a murderer. No
But,
way.
You know, once I did a case study. I did a social experiment. I did a social experiment in a psychic ward where I went and I put myself in there to kind of observe the kind of people who are there, and majority of the people who were sectioned were either Christians or Muslim. It was only both religions, right? All of them. Like, would you identify?
Where was this?
This was in Hammersmith mental health unit, and when you sit with them and you speak about their religion, Muslims and Christians, what they're taught at home is to hate the other religion.
No, this is not. Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
I'm even saying Muslims. Okay, I'm speaking. They're taught to think that this other party or this other faith is going to hell. You see, and when you say, oh, but I read the Bible, it doesn't say that, and then they say, no, it does say that, and they're very strongly opinionated about it. It could be because they understand the Bible wrong, right?
My dear friend, I know you're talking
Anyone can read anything
My
and
dear friend.
misunderstand it.
My dear friend.
You could be upset and I could misunderstand your...
My dear
How many
friend.
people
Sorry, just
today
to-
My
have
dear friend.
accused you of being racist?
Do you know of anyone? One second.
no,
Do you know of anyone
1 second,
who is going
brother.
around shouting out Jesus Akbar and killing anyone?
How many?
Hey, and speakers go on. I have seen...
No,
before.
anywhere in the
Yes,
UK,
yes,
anywhere in the world. Jesus Akbar, go kill someone. Do you see anyone?
yes.
Praise the Lord and go kill someone. Do you
It was
see
in the
anyone?
Bible already. It's already happened. We've
you
already
see anyone?
dealt with that. Are you
To go
aware
and
of the
say and kill someone.
Canaanites?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so please
you aware
don't
of the
debate
Canaanites?
things. You cannot,
I'm not
my dear
talking
friend,
about killing.
you cannot
But
stretch.
it doesn't mean it does not exist.
Right. So can I play? I'd like to wrap up here in a good note, in a friendly note.
Yeah.
Please come, please email, please WhatsApp.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
Thursday live stream won't be suitable for us because that's a 15-minute standard.
You mean the Thursday, you mean?
Yeah, we do Thursday live streams, but that's not
into
suitable for us because there we do a standard 15-minute debate.
Ah, I see.
But you want to have, you're coming from a background where you're trying to, be open about many things and so on, which is
exactly.
good, which is really good. I really encourage you to continue to study dispassionately. But can I please suggest you, therefore, we need to do a special stream of some sort, which I'm willing to do. Please email, let's set something up to have a flexible conversation where I can take you right the way through Quran and I can help you understand that you cannot come to a good understanding of good morals from the Quran at all.
But I have learned these morals from the Quran and from the
Sure.
Bible.
So when we arrange when we do the conversation,
The Quran and the Bible have
my dear
changed my
friend,
life.
when we
I
actually,
can't
the Bible
say-
would, the Quran wouldn't. But here is where
But
when
the
we,
Quran has.
yeah,
You're-
when we do the conversation, we will see